$5,000 worth of narcotics seized at Dubai International Airport. Non-oil UAE trade records 25% rise in Q1. And an Australian arrested in the US over the collar bomb hoax. This is 7 National News. In our top story this evening, Dubai police arrested a transit passenger at the Dubai International Airport for possession of narcotics and psychotropic substances estimated to be worth around $5,000. The woman arrived from Sao Paulo and was heading to Cape Town when police saw her acting suspicious and was called in for questioning. After further investigation, the police discovered and seized 1,872 grams of cocaine concealed in various parts of her body. The African woman has been referred by the Dubai Public Prosecution to complete the legal procedures. The Emirates Foundation recently undertook a study on the UAE's national identity with the aim of looking into various aspects of social development amongst Emirati youth. Titled as Emirati Youth Perception of Globalization and its Effect on National Identity, the research program saw interviews with 500 young Emiratis. Participants were asked to express their opinions on the country's advancements and modernity. Additionally, they were asked to comment on how important it was for them to preserve the nation's identity alongside Western influences. Research experts on the project found that most Emiratis preferred to maintain a balance between foreign cultural influences and national culture.
It is important for coherence of society, of course, and the national identity, especially within the society of the UAE, where we are the minority and most of the population from overseas. And as you know, everybody brings their own culture and beliefs, and we have to adopt. So we try to protect our inheritance and culture by introducing solid scientific research in this field.
There have been reports of a shortage of blood donations in Dubai hospitals due to a rise in accidents during Ramadan, as well as a lull in donations. According to a local paper, health officials stated that there have been shortages at the Rashid Hospital and the Thalassemia Centre. Dr. Leila Al-Shir, the head of the Dubai Blood Donation Centre, is urging people to donate blood as the demand is currently outweighing supply and accident causes are being delayed. Officials say that the Blood Donation Centre needs on average between 100 and 150 units of blood to meet shortages while many people are away over the summer. Mobile devices and apps have grown in popularity in the UAE in recent months. Local companies are providing consumers with apps in addition to their websites to engage with the increasing number of smartphone users here. According to a recent report, smartphone users in the region have an average of 29 apps installed on their devices. Lauder Sexton took a closer look at this latest trend.
The explosion of the digital marketplace has created consumers that are demanding easy-to-use, quick and accessible technology. So it comes as no surprise that mobile applications are now the fastest-growing niche of the wireless communications market.
We can control all our life using our smartphone. So we can, if you look at it this way, if you can come to your house, open your house via your phone, if you can turn on the coffee machine, if you can turn on the TV, the shower, the lights, so all your life will be intelligent enough, will be mobilized.
Smartphone usage is increasing, like data connectivity is increasing and more available to consumers, which automatically creates a demand for applications. So people, they don't want to always have just like international apps that they can use. They also want to connect with their local brands, like on their mobile phone or like tablet devices.
A recent report by Apps Arabia on the regional apps industry shows that 95% of smartphone users have installed apps on their devices, with 53% saying they will buy more in the next year. But with a growing number of mobile devices on offer, how can companies ensure that their app is compatible to all? And more importantly, how will this new trend affect their budgets?
This region might range between, let's say, 10,000 dirhams, as low as 10,000 dirhams, to as big as 300,000-400,000. So it's such a huge difference. Depends on the features. There are a lot of features. It goes from a basic normal transactional feature to a complicated 3D modeling or complicated OpenGL game development.
With the growing popularity of smartphones such as the iPad, do companies need traditional websites anymore, or is an app simply enough?
A new technique that we're also promoting and recommending is like so-called responsive design, which means your website changes its appearance, like while it scales down in browser width. So the smaller your device, the different your website will render, which doesn't require you to have like two different versions of your website.
In marketing, it is essential to stay ahead of the game and engage consumers. So should companies now be looking at allocating marketing and ad spend towards mobile apps? With technology changing at the speed of light, it is important that companies do take their time to choose the right channels for digital marketing.
In the UAE, a lot of people think like that BlackBerry has like a high market share and it's important to build like applications for BlackBerry. But what also is important is to look like at the user segment that is using these phones. And a BlackBerry user may not necessarily be a user that is downloading applications and playing with applications and using them.
Applications are a great way to complement your existing technology and make consumers' life easier. For example, during the holy month of Ramadan, companies such as Nokia, BlackBerry and Apple have provided apps which allow mobile phone users immediate access to things like reading the Quran, Qibla detection and Islamic lectures.
Now, why do they need the apps? They have a lot of like, let's say, hot departments or transactional departments that users have. Like, if I want to take into consideration Dewa, for example, I want to pay my bills and stuff. Why do I have always to go to the center or go and sit on my laptop while I can do it very easily in a couple taps on the iPhone?
With mobile apps now making everyone's lives easier, companies must ensure they are staying ahead of the trend. Lourdes Sexton, 7 National News.
A new concept store set to open in Dubai soon is aiming to change the local fashion scene and highlight homegrown talents. Young and upcoming fashion designers attended the first photo shoot for the new fashion boutique United Designers. According to its managing director Yahya Stapik, this is the first step in introducing the creative and forward-thinking designers based in the UAE to the public. It was 2 years ago when he won the big start and began working on United Designers, and now that his brainchild is beginning to take off, he is also setting the platform for others.
Our vision is to, elevate and develop and sort of help designers specifically here to, get to a sort of to a caliber and a level that's really commercial, and they can actually have the opportunity to actually expand internationally and make a name for themselves and become the stars they were born to be.
While some of the designers already started on their own and are visible in the local fashion scene, many of them are excited about the new concept. To date, 14 designers are already on board, and many more are expected to come and showcase their labels.
Basically, I like to put all the different women in my mind when I'm designing, and we should have something for every category. For this particular line, Spades by Queen of Spades, for the United Designers launch, I got inspired from the rag dolls. If you know what rag dolls are, these are the dolls we used to play with when we were kids. And they're made out of all patchwork, So I wanted to come up with something very homey, yet very young and very trendy, very youthful, without specifying any ages over here. I just wanted to focus basically on every woman who's young at heart. So this is the collection that we're going to be having at United Designers, and I just felt that it would be the perfect match.
I really think that it gives the opportunity for the consumer to get introduced to every single label properly, to understand the inspiration behind it, to know more about the designer who's there. It's very unique. I love it.
Looking to news abroad now, a man has been arrested in the United States in connection with a bomb hoax on an Australian schoolgirl that transfixed the nation. 18-year-old Madeline Pulver spent 10 hours with a fake bomb attached around her neck after an intruder broke into her Sydney home on August 3rd. Australian police said they were looking into a possible connection between the girl and the arrested man. The suspect was arrested in the United States, and Sydney police said they were working to bring the man back to Australia. According to local media, the man is yet to be charged, but the provisional warrants are for kidnapping, aggravated breaking and entering, and committing a felony.
Over the course of the last 3 or 4 days, the New South Wales Police Force have been working very closely with the FBI in the US. The offender in this matter was identified, and it was confirmed that he travelled to the United States in recent days. During the course of the last 2 or 3 days, the police and from New South Wales and the FBI have been working towards an arrest, and at 5:30 this morning Sydney time, a male was taken into custody as a result of a search warrant that was executed in Louisville, Kentucky. That man is in custody and will appear in an American court later today, and will be seeking his extradition back to Australia.
And investigators are examining hotel surveillance videos for clues to the disappearance of a drawing by Rembrandt from a private exhibit near Los Angeles. According to a spokesman for the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Office, the pen and ink drawing known as The Judgment by the 17th century Dutch artist vanished on Saturday night from the Ritz-Carlton Marina del Rey while the curator was distracted for about 15 minutes. The drawing, which is valued at $250,000 and measures about 11 by 6 inches, was part of a weekly exhibit hosted at the exclusive hotel. Officials said the plan was well executed, but that investigators had some strong leads. And up next, we have the day's business news for you, so stay with us.